everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so the products that I use are available on my website, which is above and it's linked below. This is my host code for May. If you're going to spend under $150, then you put this in. Over $150, don't put it in because you want your Stampin' Rewards. Alrighty, so today my project is with a new set. It is Sweetest Cherries stamp set and the Cherry Builder Punch. If you buy them together, you get a 10% discount. Also, I wanted to tell you about the sign-up special that is only till the 31st of this month. For $99, you get $191.50 worth of products, free shipping, no obligation to continue. You get $125 worth of items that you pick yourself, and then they add an extra $66.50 in colors, which is 5 inks, a sorted pack of cardstock, and the DSP. You also get a pack of catalogs and a paper pumpkin kit. So when you go in to join and you fill out your information, it will bring you right away to pick out the things that you want. They'll automatically send you the ink colors so you don't have to add them to the order. Okay, so my box today is a very sturdy box. It is 5 by 3 by 1 1/4. It opens like this, and inside I have 2 devil dogs, but you can put whatever. But it's pretty big. One thing of glue in there. 2 would fit, and it'd be very loose, so it gives you an idea of how big it is. Devil dogs are my favorite things. I don't think all around the country they have Drake's Cakes. I think that's an East Coast thing, but they're very good. So I used the Sweetest Cherries bundle. Along with the paper is a new DSP that is Awash in Beauty. It's very pretty. This DSP also has a stamp set that goes with it. It's some flowers, which I didn't get at this point. So this is the paper. And that's the last one. Very pretty paper. All right, and we're using, of course, the blue, Balmy Blue. Okay, it's very sturdy because I doubled up this piece here, and it is the length, the total height of the box. So when it goes in, it does not squeeze in a little bit, or it makes it a very sturdy box. Alrighty. So what we need for this, oh, something else, I did get a comment or two about how many things you need to make a box. You really just need 5. You need a scoreboard, you need a bone folder, you need cardstock, scissors, and adhesive. Okay, you don't have to do the same decoration and use the same stamp sets as I do, although I would like you to and buy them for me, but I'm here for everybody. So if you want to use what you have, that's fine. Those 5 things are the only things you absolutely need to make a box. Alrighty. Okay, so this box we need, we use the whole sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. We need a strip of basic white for stamping. And of the DSP, we need 1 piece that is 4 3/4 by 2 3/4. 2 pieces that are 4 3/4 by 1, and 2 pieces that are 1 by 2 3/4. You could also put inside the front cover, you could put another one with some sentiment in it or something. All the sentiments in this, well, birthday wishes you could use on your own, but sweet goes with all of this. So sweet's pretty large. So, but this can go with a lot of other sentiments too. But that was my only, I kind of wish it had some separate sentiments other than to go with the sweet. But birthday wishes is still a good one. But I love that it's a punch. You can actually punch these just with cardstock too. You don't have to do the stamping. It's lovely not to have to bring out a million dies for these little pieces, which is awesome. Okay, so let's get my Simply Scored. And we're going to start on the 11-inch side. And we're going to score at 1 1/4. Oh, darn. 1 1/4, 4 1/4, 5 1/2, 8 1/2, and 9 3/4. And we're going to turn it to the 8 1/2-inch side, and we're going to score at 1/2, 1 3/4, 6 3/4, and 8. Okay. And then I'm just going to fold and burnish. Alrighty. So, how this is going to be situated is the skinniest rectangles are on the top and the bottom. There is one 1 1/4-inch strip on the left and 2 1/4-inch strips on the right. And this is what we're going to be doing. Okay. We're going to be getting rid of 4 rectangles and 2 squares on both of these sides here, and then we're going to do our tabs and cut our side panels straight. This is going to be the top flap, and this here is going to be the piece that goes in right here. Okay? Alrighty, so skinny rectangles top, bottom. There's 2 strips on this side and 1 on this side. So we're going to start on the left. We're going to go over to the first score line and cut up to the second score line. I'm going to take this rectangle off the bottom and wedge each side of the square. Okay. Now we're going to leave these 2 rectangles alone, go to the next score line and cut up to the second score line, next score line, cut up to the second score line. And this piece here in the middle, we're going to get rid of the bottom rectangle, and we're going to wedge both sides of the square. Okay, and now we're going to get rid of rectangle, 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 and square, square. So we're going to go over, well, actually turn it this way now so that your skinny rectangles are on the left and right. And what we're going to do is we're going to count over 2 score lines. And we're going to cut it straight. 1, 2, 3, up to the 3rd score line. Okay. Just get this straighter here. Okay, so we took off all of that. I'm going to turn it 180 so that the 2 strips, 1 1/4 strips are on the left and one of them is on the right. And then we have a full long skinny rectangle on the bottom. All right, and again, we're going to start at the left side. And we're going to count over 1, 2, 3 score lines and cut it up to the second score line. I'm going to take off all of this here. Okay, so now all of this is free. Okay, Go to the next score line, cut it straight up to the second score line, cut off the bottom rectangle, and wedge both sides of the square. Okay, we're going to skip these two rectangles, go to the next score line, and cut it straight to the second score line. Get rid of this piece on the bottom. And we're going to wedge both sides of the square. All right, so that's what we have so far. Okay, now what we're going to do is get a corner rounder, and this piece that has what's left of the skinny rectangle, you're going to round both corners. On both sides. Okay. All right. So this is what your cardstock is going to look like after you're done cutting it and scoring it. Oop, not yet. There you go. We need our tear and tape, and we're going to put pieces on all 4 tabs. We're going to put one close to the score line and one close to the edge. All right, and I'm going to start on the outside ones, and everything is going to be going into this piece that has the extra bits on the ends. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the score line of each tab and make it straight with this inner piece, not the extra piece, just this inner rectangle here. Okay, and then we'll do this side. Alrighty. Now, how this is going to close is this, we're going to take this and we're going to glue it. But first, I want you to test it out because we might have to trim it just a little bit. Depending on how tight we put, yeah, I'm going to have to trim it. Alright, so let's first put some glue on the outer one. I can put a strip down the middle of that one. What we're going to do is we're just going to fold it over until it's nice and stuck. Right, then I want you to, if it doesn't fit in the box now, which it may not, because I have to trim it a little bit. So this looks like the side. I can see a piece of the score line here that I left, so that's probably what my problem is. But since it's so thick, you can't get away with it like normal. Just let's see first. Nope, we need a little off this side too. Okay. Just want to take a sliver off, not a lot, until it fits nicely. There you go. And it is so nice and sturdy. I love it. Okay, now our box is done for the moment. Now let's start working on, first let's work on our piece of DSP, which is, we'll learn the names, Awash and Beauty. And now this one I put a little low. I'm going to bump it up a little bit, and I did it with this, but I decided I was going to try it in the red, but I really like it in the blue better. But see how I bumped it up so that the cherries, the sweet, gives us more room. Okay, so now I found that you don't really need the, even though this is photopolymer, I really don't need the Stampin' Pierce mat. So what we're going to do first, we need our Balmy Blue ink, and we're going to use the word sweet first. And we're going to get it as far to the left as we possibly can. And down, let's see, about a half an inch from the top. All right. It's okay if it doesn't go that way. It's all right if it gets overlapped a little bit. It's kind of large, so they'll know what it is. All right, and then so about a half an inch down and as far to the left as I can get it, I'm going to put sweet. Great. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in Life Is. And I'm just going to center this right above the sweet. Excuse my head, sorry. And it always looks like I have my hair a mess with these tendrils hanging up. It's really not. I guess I just have some flyaways. Okay, so that's Life Is Sweet. And then With You in It is going to go right underneath. Oops, there we go. Did I do it the same? I went up a little bit higher, but that's okay. All right. Okay, now we'll let that dry, and we're going to do our cherries. And we need some Poppy Parade ink. And we're going to start with the 2 cherries. Now, this one is a full one, and this one is the one that I put underneath. I'm assuming that's what it's for. So that they overlap. It shows you exactly where to overlap it, but we'll see. Okay, all right, so first I'm going to do my whole cherry. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it. And then I'm going to do my half cherry. Well, not half cherry. Cherry with a little piece off. Okay. And those little bits are out in the stamp. All right. And that's it for the red. Okay. And then I'm going to cut my next cherry. So that's the 2 cherries. All right, now we need Pear Pizzazz, and we're going to do 2. There's only 1 leaf, so we're going to do 2 of this leaf here. And I'm going to do 1 there, and then 1 up over here. Then with Old Olive, first we're going to do the veins in the leaves, which are this right here. I just line up the tip, and it just kind of goes from there. Okay. Oh, no, I still need that. All right, so let's cut these out first. This. Nope, I'm gonna have to cut a slit. There we go. I'm going to do is just tape this to that. And we use the same side. You could make a little template and stamp in the template if you wanted to. Oh, and now we need 2 of the stems. Let's see how that works out. Okay, all right, so now I'm going to put this cherry right about here. It's like a 1/16 of an inch on the side and the bottom. I'm going to get a pencil and I'm just going to lightly mark, maybe up a little, there we go, where I want it to be. All right, and then I'm going to get some liquid glue. I'm just going to put it, maybe move it up just a little to cover that mark. Oops. Okay, and then I'm going to put the other one so it covers up that piece, just like that. Okay, then I'm going to put just a tiny bit of glue, just dots, and then spread it. And I'm going to put this stem and then the other stem, and what we want it to do is to match, come kind of close to each other at the top. There we go. Alrighty. And then we can put our leaves. I'm going to put one kind of down and one kind of going up a bit. Alrighty. Now that's glued. Alright. Now we're going to put all our pieces of DSP. Now again, this piece is 4 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, and then 2 pieces that are 4 3/4 by 1 for the long sides, and 2 pieces that are 1 by 2 3/4 for the short sides. Okay, now we're going to get some white baker's twine and we're going to tie a bow. Okay, and I'm just going to, you can use a glue dot rolled up if you want to, but I'm just going to put a little bit of glue and then spread it along. And I'm going to put it right up where the leaves meet and the stems. Okay, and for the, actually not the final touch, we have to open it up and with a small hole punch, we're going to get a little finger grip right on the side here. There we go. There we go. All right, and for the final touch, I wish we still had our red dots, but we don't. So we're going to be using Iridescent Rhinestone Basic Jewels and the sticky side of our Take Your Pick tool. And I'm going to use some medium ones. And I'm just going to put one right there. And then one on each side. Just to kind of fill up that empty space here at the bottom. There we go. Okay, and if you want to, you don't have to. I don't know if you can see it on this one. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, a little bit. You can trace the word sweet with, don't go out of the lines because it might blur it. But I'm just going to trace the insides of sweet with some Wink of Stella glitter. And it's a pretty subtle sheen when it's clear. They have other colors, I think, but Stampin' Up! Only sells the clear ones. In my whole crafting life since these have been around, I think I had one other. I think it was a purple one, and I never used it because I like the clear. The other colors are a little more opaque. Okay, and that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And if you would like to take advantage of that offer and get $191 worth of products, $125 which you can pick for $99 and free shipping. Alrighty, the link for joining is below also. If you have any questions, just email me. That's below. The measurements are on my blog, which is linked below also. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.